Today at Gleam Detail, we have the privilege of working on this beautiful Cobra. It's one of the most recognizable cars and it doesn't really need introduction. Now, the plan for this service was for us to go ahead and complete a paint correction, an interior detail, and then add a ceramic coating at the end. But unfortunately, as you can see there to the rear end, there's a little bit of damage now. That happened the day before we turned up to do this detail. The customer had it parked at the top of their drive in their garage, and the handbrake failed, causing it to roll down the hill and straight into the back of another one of their cars. So right now what you're watching is myself add the snow foam to the car, and what snow foam does is it creates a lubricating barrier on the car and pulls any surface dirt and little stones, anything like that that's on the paint off of it, and we rinse it off to make it safer for us to go ahead and start with a contact wash. Now, we do this every time we clean a car, even if it's a simple valet, just because it's one of the safest, most recommended things you can do when you're detailing a car. It stops you smearing loads of rocks into the paint, and it means it's safe for us to go with a contact wash like you're watching on screen whilst I'm doing the wheels. My dad was doing the contact wash. Then we go ahead and we rinse off all of the soap from the contact wash, and on this specific job, we are going to do a clay bar treatment. Now, clay bar treatment involves getting a piece of clay and rubbing it on the surface of the car to remove any of the contaminants that the wash didn't remove. So most of the time you'll look at a car and you'll think, wow, that car is clean. But then I promise you, if you was to clay bar that vehicle, you would pull off so much dirt that you didn't even know was there. Now, an easy way to test if your car needs to be clay barred is to rub your hand along the car when it's clean. If it feels smooth, then you're good. It doesn't need to be clay barred. But if you feel little sharp bits or it feels rough or anything like that, then you could probably benefit from having your car given a clay bar treatment. Now next, we're going to go ahead and start the paint correction. Now we're doing a simple stage 1 paint correction on this. We don't want to burn through the paint because paint is actually only about as thick as a piece of paper. So what you want to do is just be as gentle as possible and remove all of those light minor scratches on the paint. Now obviously if you've got deeper scratches, you can do your best to machine polish them out, but anything thicker than like the tip of your fingernail, you're not going to remove. And this is the before and this is the after. You can see there's a massive difference when you do a paint correction. Now on to what I actually really enjoy when doing these jobs is the hand applied Swiss wax. And it is literally hand applied, like not just you apply it by hand, you actually put the product on your bare skin and rub it onto the paint. It goes against everything I feel like you're supposed to do when detailing a car, but it gives you some really nice results. So that is it with the wax on. You want to leave it for about 10 minutes and then you want to buff the wax off. Now, I actually really like this shot. It's quite a nice angle of us working on this car. And whilst I'm just letting you watch this be done in the background, I want to say I'm going to have a really good video coming out over the next week of us detailing a Lamborghini Aventador. Now that video is going to be recorded by Standby Studios, but it will be posted here on our YouTube channel. So now that we have buffed off all of the wax, we can get started with the interior of this car. Now, unlike modern cars, this car has basically no plastic in the interior. I actually think there isn't any plastic at all. It is all leather with some carpet, a wooden steering wheel, and a few glass dials on the dashboard. Now all we're going to do is steam clean all of the leather, condition the leather, and give the car a nice good hoover on all of the carpets and wipe off any surfaces. So now I'm going to be quiet and let you listen to this beautiful engine. And this is the finished product. The customer was very happy with the result and he's actually now selling this car. So let me know down below in the comments what you think of this car and what is your favorite car that you've ever worked on. I honestly think this is my favorite car I've detailed now. It is so unique to work on a car this old just because it's nothing like I'm used to. I've worked on a wide variety of high-end cars like McLarens, Aston Martins, the list goes on. I've probably detailed over 500 different types of cars, but this one was just really fun to work on.